Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over some little things that happen in game and potentially a little gate that's going on that you can take full advantage of. As you know, there are absolutely huge amounts of events going on right now. If you just bring up the missions tab, you can see it yourself. We have got the weekly anniversary mission. We have got the battle pass going on, the actual anniversary Glenn level up mission, and obviously other things like some premium events as well, but the daily battle pass, loads of stuff. Then we've got the Awakened Governor weekly missions, also Negan. You've got to try and time all these things pretty spectacularly. Right now we've got, I think, 2 mini events going on as well, which is going to be the Sweet Serenade daily missions, where you can get the birthday cakes to use as energy for the roadmap. This hasn't been too bad. Obviously, you've got to take down quite a significant amount of walkers, but it has scaled up quite heavily the amount of birthday cakes we've got each day. I think it started at like 5 or 10, and then it's scaled up now to 20. And there is this one. This is the one that I'm looking at right now. It is the Road to Survival little, I don't know what we would call this. There was a sweet back in the, I guess it is heart candy. I think it was pretty much as simple as that. Sugar Rush Spectacle daily missions. I'm not sure if this one's scaled up every day. It has required you to do different things. I think one day it was arenas, today obviously raids. So it has required you to do different things to do the daily mission. You also had a chance to get it in the SR tournament, which is already finished, but there is a raid tournament going on right now where you can get them in the milestone rewards. And these obviously are going to be used on a roadmap. You have to accumulate quite a lot of these to be able to complete that mini event. However, there is something that I've noticed. I don't actually know if you can get these in level up tournaments. I'm not actually sure. No, nothing in level up tournaments. Okay. So the thing I've noticed, if we go to the roadmaps, and there are a lot of roadmaps on the go right now, it is pretty overwhelming for a lot of people. I can understand that. But if we go up the top here, Sugar Rush Spectacle, what I've noticed is, obviously, you have to complete the entire Sugar Rush Spectacle and get the tick in that little circle. Kind of like I've got on the Governor roadmap. I've got the tick to say I've completed it, and then it will open this second roadmap here called Sugar Rush Spectacle. I guess is the second one. But if you want to kind of take the pressure off, you can seemingly jump straight to the last act straight away, which I've done, and just complete it to get the collection item here. Also get a bit more of the RTS heart candy, and just take the pressure off a little bit. You'll still have to complete the entire roadmap, the acts in between, to be able to unlock the secondary roadmap if you want to do that. But this way you can kind of just get the bits and pieces you require to get the extra gold tickets. If we go into the golden ticket store, you can see I have an extra claim of Glenn here because of that completion. I do need to complete one other roadmap to get the final version, basically. But yeah, I think this is a nice little bonus. I don't think this was done on purpose. We'll claim Glenn here, who I still think looks absolutely ridiculous as a tier 1. Absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't help that he's bald and he doesn't have much armor on, but the see-through round shield just doesn't look good. I don't know what it is when you compare it to the actual like buffed up kind of Conrad style shield here. Definitely a different visual there. But I thought that was a nice little thing to just draw your attention to, take the pressure off on this event. I still say you want to complete the entire roadmap, but completing that last act without having to complete the other acts, this isn't the norm. This is definitely not the norm. If we go to the Awakened Negan roadmap, I believe this is the same, and you can see we have to complete the previous act to unlock the next act. You know, I've got 13 hours to do this. This is quite a lot of, you know, every day, do this roadmap every day. It's a lot to do at the moment. I've also got to do the Sweet Serenade roadmap as well, and I've only got 3 acts left on that. Again, I can't skip to the end like I could on the other one and pick up the item. I have to complete the entire roadmap. So, you know, that is something worth noting here. Now, another way to take the pressure off in these weekly events, if you go to the event tab, you can see the things like the anniversary missions. I think this is the very last one. It finishes in 13 hours. Oh no, there should be actually one more, because you can see this one has 7 days and 13 hours left. So there will be one more of these popping up where I think it's going to have exactly the same requirements as all of this, and it should have the same rewards as well, where you get this choice crate, so on and so forth. And then if we check the other roadmaps that are going on that are weekly. We've got the Governor one, which just started, and it's just been going on for about 12 hours. It requires you to do exactly the same thing as that anniversary roadmap. So does the Negan roadmap, which is going to reset in just over 12 hours. So what I do, obviously, is I wait until all of them have refreshed. So after this Negan roadmap here refreshes, and the other roadmap, the anniversary refreshes, they're all going to be at the same time, the ones just requiring the same missions. So for instance, if I did the 50 raids, I'd only have to win 50 raids once, and it'll cover all 3 missions. Now, I'm going to give a massive thumbs up from this. I'm not sure if this was intended, but I think, I talked about it on a live stream, I don't think in the history of RTS we've ever had that sort of multiple completion where you do something and it completes 3 different things at the same time. I know we've had it twice a couple of times, but it's such a good feeling in gacha games. It feels like the time you're putting into the game is good, and I think this is just, it is a psychological thing, but Scopely really should take advantage of this in future events and try and have multiple things at the same time just worthwhile doing, just because you can get progress in multiple events or multiple different things at the same time. And I actually think back to way back in the day, if anyone remembers this one, when you used to do raids, and there was one weekend, this is an old school one, where you did a raid and then you won, and then it had a chance to drop, at the time this was a good token, but it had the chance to drop, I think it was elite character tokens. It was these tokens right here. So not anything spectacular. At the time though, you could get 5 stars, which was the best. And I think you had a chance, like really rare, to get like 5 drop in one raid. Amazing, honestly. People farmed like crazy. It was one of the craziest weekends. And I'm talking, this was like 5-6 years ago, and I still remember it as actually like an amazing, fun time. And it has never been repeated. That sort of thing has never been repeated. We have had these sort of like drop bonuses in raids before. So maybe they'll bring that back. That could be potential if they do like a raid tournament at a weekend or early in the week. They could potentially say for the first 2 days this week we're going to have drops, and I think that would just be kind of cool. What those drops could be, I don't know, but yeah, we've had them attached to events before. I just kind of like when there's that kind of synchronicity between like doing one thing and getting advantages in another. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I definitely like that myself. But I thought I'd draw this to your attention just because I know there's a lot going on. Maybe you even missed it, even though you're doing the daily mission for these hearts. I just think it's definitely worth just to skip ahead, just to do that last stage here, the last act, get that done first, and then just get the other stuff done when you can. You still have 4 days to do it, but you can get Glenn a little bit earlier this way to LB3 by the looks of things. But yeah, that was it for this little video, guys. Do tell me what you think about all the roadmaps going on right now. Personally, I find myself checking my missions tab every day and just scrolling through and seeing which ones I have time to complete. So for instance, if I scroll down, it says 13 hours on this one, and I know I have to complete raids. And if I scroll down more, I've got, potentially if I wanted to do this event, I would do this event, so on and so forth. And I just basically, I'm more in tune and more engaged with what I have to do. I think potentially there should be maybe some quality of life on how you can check this stuff out. But I think in general, I think as much as there's a lot going on, it seems the fact that some of it's syncing up is a much better feeling. Let me know your thoughts though on all these roadmaps. Like I say, is it too much for you? Are you prioritizing a particular thing? Anniversary, Governor, Negan? Let me know in the comments down below. That is going to be the end of my video. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.